Hi, I'm Greg and welcome to my shed. Today I'd like to show you how to quickly make, I'll just show you the basics of how to make a nice good looking windmill to stick up on top of your roof. It gets people talking because it's actually lit with LEDs. So to start with, this is the fan. Now the fan consists of 8 beaters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The length of these are 450 millimeters long. There are 20. I make them at 20 millimeters thick. You can actually buy the timber at that thickness. It's very good, and just cut it off. The width is 90 millimeters. I had then put LEDs onto the fan, and the LEDs are about 30 millimeters apart. So if you drill around all these, then and a couple in the middle, then you've got yourself a nice little setup. The way, looking at the back of it, the actual blades fit into the base part here, which is, again, you can make a circle, or you can have it in segments like that. I do it in segments, 8 segments, so I can tell the easiest way to put the fans in, the blades in. The blades I put in at 30 degrees. I used to do them at 45, but find that 30 degrees is much better. It seems the wind, you don't have to have much wind to move it for some reason. So that's basically what that is. If you'll notice on the front here, you'll see there's a sensor, which is a solar sensor. Now these solar sensors actually come with Christmas lights and garden lights, like you see. Now there is a typical one that I have here, which is I just bought. So I buy them, and they're for about $7 each. But inside they've got one LED. I take the top off, and I use those for the fans. And what I do is when I take it off, I disconnect the LED from inside. I just normally cut it off. I then attach wire to it, so it gives me something to connect to. All these LEDs, the fans, the blades on the fan, are set in with hot glue. I just glue them in. They stay all right. Actually, these ones, these actual blades themselves, I use wood glue. Sorry, but the rest of these I use this hot glue, hot melt on the melt gun. I drill the holes, put them in, fix them in with the glue, and there it is. It's pretty basic, straightforward. I go up one side, miss one, come down the other, 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 and I end up with one in the middle, which then I put through to pick up from the sensors themselves. Now I actually got this set of Christmas lights, which are blue, which looks rather nice. I don't know if it'll light up, it may do, maybe not. But it looks very effective at night. Now that's the first part. There's 3 parts to this mill. That's the first part. The second part is the main body of the unit, which is this. I use the length of the green part here is 450 millimeters long. It is 90 millimeters across, and it's 20 millimeters thick. It's a piece of pine, which I get from the hardware store. I also, on some of these, and especially this one here, I put plastic tubing down one side to the bearings. Plastic tubing on there. The reason for this is to hide the wires which come up from underneath. As you can see, I don't know if you can see them there. They're the wires underneath. The LEDs underneath. The wires come up, go along. Now what I do is I start from one end. I normally start from where I'm going to put my sensor. The sensor is glued in whole. That's all there is to it. I go up. Normally I go up, round, one side, cross over, come back the other, then down one side and round, and I end up with where I started from. Easy to figure out if you just think about it. That's not too bad at all. Now what I do here is I use 20 millimeter, what they call pillar bearings. I get these from China, and they're about $7 each. Pretty cheap. I used to use bolts in there, but 10 mil bolts, it's all 10 mil. 10 mil in a diameter for the bearings as well, but I don't. I use the threaded rod, which is this type of stuff, which is pretty cheap too. You can get that in your hardware DIY shops. And the reason I use that is because then I can adjust this whole system with 2 nuts there, 2 nuts there, and cut out how much I want for the fan. So that's basically it. This part is another just a Christmas setting lights. I only use the sensor. What I did was I bought 200 LEDs, the blue LEDs, from I think this was a 200 LED unit anyway. So that was, it comes with that, the rest, and then with the fan, I just put the LEDs on there, but I use the other sensor. So it runs off two sensors really. The good thing about this one is it's got two sections. It's got an on and off, and also got a mode. With the mode you can make them flash, on and off quickly, make them run, which is rather nice. I normally just use them on the straight, so it's on all the time. But that's your second part. That's the base, pretty straightforward. Nothing much to it at all really, but very effective at night. And the third part, of course, is the base. The base is where it all, the unit sits on top of. So there you have it. Again, 20mm bearings, there, rod, the nuts, and there you go. Pretty simple as that. And painted up different colours. I have them in red and blue. This one happens to be green and yellow because they wanted just a specific colour for that one. So that is it. 3 parts. Looks very good. So there you go. Next time I'll show you a trick that I did with some of my ones. The one I've got up on the roof at the moment, which actually's got a spy cam on it. So I mounted a spy cam on the back, which I'll show you in the next video here, so it looks out. So when the unit goes round and round and round, it takes a panoramic view of what's going on around the place, which is just a bit of fun really, that's all. It's a wireless spy cam, so I have a unit at the bottom here, which is this unit, which actually picks up the signal. I feed that straight into a television, or you can feed into whatever you want. I'll show you that one next time. In the meantime, this is the stock standard one. Also, I've got one I'm building at the moment with the solar panels built on top of the unit itself. That's another one. So until then, we'll see you. Have a good time, and I hope your windmill turns out well. Ta. Okay, just to tag off this bit of video here, just to show you what the wind vane looks like when it's completed. There you will see the whole thing is runs very well, very smooth. It's rather pretty too. One thing I didn't mention before is on this fan, when it stops spinning when there's no wind, you really want this fan to stop so that the sensor is looking upwards like that. The way to do that is, what I've done is weighted this one side down just a little bit more than the other. So if the wind stops, then it comes back and it stops in the right position, and you're getting the sun down from there. That's it. 30mm distance between the bearings is what I use, and that is basically what all it is. There you have it, a nice little windmill, very effective, and people will talk about it.